Hi everyone, welcome to Nina Cucina. Today I am making one of my favorite salads, tuna and white bean salad. It's very Italian and it's very tasty. Let me show you what I have going on my workspace and we'll get started right away. It consists of canned white beans. You can get cannellini or Great Northern. This is two 15-ounce cans. I've got a couple of 6-ounce cans of tuna. When you're looking for canned tuna, look for the words on the can, line caught. When you have line caught tuna, the fish are smaller, there's a lot less mercury to worry about. And also look for BPA-free cans. I've got some fresh basil and I've got fennel bulb. Fennel is wonderful because it's fresh tasting, clean tasting, and has just a little bit of an anise flavor. It's just yummy. I've included some of the greens that go with it. Just gives it a nice little punch of color in the bowl. I've got one medium sliced red onion. I've got a few olives here, about 10, a few sun-dried tomatoes in oil, about a quarter cup of capers, and here we have my ingredients for the dressing, which is really simple. We're just going to pop it right into this blender. We've got a couple of tablespoons of Dijon mustard, olive oil, a couple tablespoons of lemon juice, freshly squeezed, and about a quarter cup of vegetable broth, just to cut down on the fat and make that dressing nice and have a nice viscosity to it. All right, let's get started slicing. It's going to be really simple. First of all, I'm going to show you how I attack this guy, a fennel. It's really quite simple. I've cut off the end. You can see that there is a big sort of heart there that needs to be gotten rid of. So I'm going to slice it in half, and there is that core that you want to get rid of. So holding your knife kind of away from you, cutting on the diagonal, just cut down and do the same thing on the other side. And you can see that core comes right out, and you can just toss it in your garbage bin. I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. On the diagonal, and out comes that core, just so. Beautiful. All right, now I'm going to take off some of these greens, and I'm just going to put them on the side here. I don't want any of this stalkiness here. I just want the greens. The greens have a lovely flavor. Oh, and they smell wonderful. They smell a little bit like licorice. All right, let's start slicing. Just thin slices of your fennel bulb. And you'll see it looks kind of like celery, but it has a lot more flavor. And in Italian cooking, it's used a lot. And I just love it. The rest of that can go. Nice thin slices. This can go right into the bowl. Just break it up as you throw it in. Just run your knife back and forth through them. Don't worry about perfection. It's going to taste wonderful. I'm going to throw my onions in, toss them right in the bowl. And you can see that we're beginning already to have some really beautiful color in the bowl. Every time you put color together on your plate or in your bowl, you are mixing up great antioxidants and giving your dish a lot of nutritional power. In goes my tuna. I'm going to toss in my white beans while I'm here. You could do this with garbanzos if you want. I do that sometimes. Not everybody is a big white bean fan, but I certainly am. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and chop my basil. This is going to chop down to about a quarter of a cup. I know it seems like an awful lot now, but it gives the salad such a nice aromatic flavor. It's just kind of zesty. I'm just going to roll this in as much of a big ball as I can. And I'm going to just slice right through it. And that gets you started on your chopping. And just bring your knife crossways through the pile again. toss that in. Look at that beautiful green color. Let's put in our capers. And I'm just going to slice these olives and my sun-dried tomatoes in oil. And I'm just going to give them just a little slice so everybody gets a little bite of tomato with each bite of salad. Into the bowl they go. Sprinkle them around. Giving my olives here just a little slice, maybe into thirds, depends on how big your olives are. These are larges. Okay, sprinkle those in. Now, we are going to get started on our lovely dressing. It's really simple. We're just going to put everything into the blender. Here goes the vegetable broth, the lemon juice, extra virgin olive oil, and I'm using a couple tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Dijon is pretty salty, so I don't put any additional salt in it. If you'd like to put some additional pepper in it, you can, but I like putting that on top of the salad when it's complete. All right, now we're just going to turn it on, and this blender is going to do all the work for us. You don't have to sit there and whisk and whisk and whisk and whisk and get an arm ache. Just put it all in here. That's what your appliances are for. We're just simply going to pour the dressing right over the salad. And this is even better the second day because it marinates in that yummy dressing. I'm going to give it a little toss. You can see all those colors coming up of the red onion and the sun-dried tomatoes, that beautiful green basil. There. Now I'm just going to give it a little grinding of fresh pepper. One more toss. All right, now I've pulled out of my refrigerator just some red leaf and some green lettuce, and I just like to decorate the plate a little bit with it. Listen, even if I'm just making it for my husband and I still like it to look pretty. It has to be special. Put a dollop of this lovely salad. Yeah, just like that. Doesn't that look great? But this will serve 6. So it's great to take on a picnic. It's so fresh and it's filling. It's very, very satisfying. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? This is something great to take on a picnic with your family. Serve it to them today. Thanks for joining me today at Nina Cucina. I'll see you next time.